Mic testing. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the first game today between Dr. Reddy and NMDC.
Hello, please check the group and mention your jersey number. Okay. Put your name. Side audio corner audio.
As the first ball, bowled from right arm over the wicket. Very tallish bowler. Interesting jersey number there, 000. Hello. Flick this time on the leg side. Just found the gap between square leg and mid wicket. The ball is running across this fantastic outfield. The fielder does manage to pull that in. I think 2 runs added to the score there. Rishi Raj opening the batting for NMDC. And Rajat, the ball in hand. Very tall and lanky looking Rajat, running in from right arm over the wicket. Swiped addition to the first game today between NMDC 11 versus Dr. Reddy Corporate. An appeal for leg before that time. I think that got some inside edge. NMDC winning the toss, choosing to bat first. It's a high scoring ground in general. That makes sense. It's been a good start from Rajat. He's kept it on the money. Outside half of the bat this time, fielder at point, slightly misfields. I don't think there's any additional damage, just 1 run conceded. Live pictures presented to you courtesy team MVL. This time, delicately played between the gap at gully towards third man. The fielder at third man does the fielding, keeps it down to a single. With that, we've reached the end of the first over. The score moves to 4 runs for the loss of no wickets. Rishi batting on 3 of 5. Soumitra batting on 1 of 1. 4 runs at the end of the first over. Play back, just past the bowler for a single. It's a wild throw there. But fortunately for the fielding team, no harm done. Mukul in the meantime has started to bowl, right arm over the wicket, joining Rajat, who's bowled a very good first over from the same end. I think we'll have a change of ends after 10 overs of bowled. What a great day for cricket this is. Not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful, pleasant breeze blowing across the ground consistently. Short one this time outside off stump. The umpire stretches his arms, calls it a wide. The first extra for the day going into Mukul's account. Once again, flashes outside the off stump but misses. But this time the bowler on line. NMDC will be trying to capitalize during the power play overs. They will want a good healthy start. Maybe a run rate of 9 or 10 and over is what they'll be looking for. It's a good shot outside half of the bat, but enough control on that to beat the fielder at point. They run through for a single. Interesting to see if there's any swing at all with this new ball for Mukul. As of now, it just seems like it's going straight through. Slightly short back of length, inside half of the bat. No harm, no damage done. See the encouragement going through there from Mukul, the keeper yelling in, egging him on. That's drilled back past the bowler. Fantastic hit from the batter. Swiped it across the line. Beats the fielder at long off. The first boundary of the day comes up with that stroke. So Soumitra hitting that well. Taking the score past the double-digit mark. It's 11 runs now for the loss of no wickets. And 11 balls have been bowled. So 6 runs and over the run rate at the moment. Okay, change in field immediately. Flip goes out to short mid-off. The non-striker looking towards the umpire, asking for a wide, but the umpire calls over. The end of the over, 2 overs bowled, 11 runs for the loss of no wickets. Good comeback there from Mukul. Looks like we're going to have Rajat come back to bowl his second over. Generally, we see this in the T20 game. The new ball bowlers bowl at least 2 overs up front. That gives them that rhythm. Hits him on the thigh pad. Run through for a single or maybe a second. Yes. Let's look towards the umpire just to see. No, the umpire called it a dead ball. That is what I had expected, because the batsman had not offered a stroke there. The ball just managed to hit him. So no runs added to the score. The umpire signaling it a dead ball. Advancing down the pitch, trying to blast that over the fielder at cover, but no contact with that one. The ball whizzes through into the keeper's gloves. Fantastic bowling this from Rajat. 000 on his jersey. Very, very interesting jersey number. The first time that I've seen it myself. Played that towards mid-off. They run through for a single. Fielder at square leg after backing up. The throw comes in. Once again, keeping it tight. Pulling it on the off stump, just about. Keeping it on a length for the batsman. Not able to get under the ball. This is very good bowling from Rajat. So 4 balls into the third over. The score has moved on to 12. Slightly sedate start this for NMDC. They would have wanted more, having won the toss and choosing to bat first. Oh, that was brilliantly bowled. Slow one deceived him completely. Not sure if he got some bat on that. The ball bouncing on its way to the keeper, who managed to just get some body behind it to stop that. A lovely piece of bowling that from Rajat. It'll be interesting to see that on the replay if we get that through. Last ball of the third over coming up. Once again, beat him for pace there. Hit him on his hip bone, I think. Oh, that's poor. That's actually lazy. The fielder just threw the ball across. The bowler was not watching. They managed to run through for 2 overthrows there. So 2 leg byes, I think, would be added to the score. So very good over from Rajat coming to an end. Just 1 run conceded of that over. Apart from the 2 extras, of course. The score at the end of 3 overs has moved on to 14 runs for the loss of no wickets. Is it Mukul again back into the attack? Yes, looks like. Mukul is bowling right arm over the wicket. He'll be bowling to Rishi Raj. Flared that on the offside. The fielder at cover point runs across, keeps that down to a single. Fantastic work that in the outfield. You see very clearly between Mukul and Rajat. Rajat likes to keep the ball a little short, whereas Mukul likes to float it up. This time played it towards mid-wicket. The fielder gets behind the line of the ball, manages to stop that, but can't stop the single. It's a kind of start that I think both teams will be happy with. NMDC will be happy that they've not lost a wicket and both batsmen have kind of got a start. On the other hand, DR.REDDY'S will feel that they have control of the game because the scoring rate has not got away from the batsmen. This time, plays it in the air. The fielder at mid-off runs back, but can't stop that. A good hit that to the boundary rope. Some much-needed impetus for the batting team. The score moves to 20 with that stroke. Rishi moves into double figures, 10 runs of 12 balls. We are at the 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗃 cricket ground. The average score for the team batting first is 173 here. This time, got an inside edge on that, and that's enough to send the ball across the fine leg boundary. That is a little bit of misdirection from the bowler there, struggling to keep his line intact. That's just what the doctor ordered for the NMDC team. 2 boundaries. It takes the run rate over the 6-run mark for the first time in this innings. Rishi Raj now batting on 14 of 13. Oh, beat him for pace that time. The ball was through him before he could get his bat down in time. Lucky for Rishi that there was not an extra coat of paint on those stumps, because I think that was mighty close. Oh, that was close. The bowler is very, very lucky to get away with that. That was hit back to him with some ferocity. Just managed to get down in time, I think. No runs conceded. The end of the over, 24 for none. Really, really lucky that time. Mukul will be thanking his lucky stars. So 4 overs bowled, 24 for none the score. Way below par the run rate at the moment. But the good news for NMDC is that they haven't lost a wicket so far. Improvisation, the umpire raises his finger straight away. Fantastic bowling this from Rajat. Sticking to his guns, keeping it straight, bowling it within the stumps. Rishi Raj, after having scored 2 boundaries in the last over, wanted to improvise that time. Turned around, wanted to hit the reverse paddle over, shot third man, but no connection with the ball. Let's take a look at that replay. You can see there Rajat charging in, pulling it straight, right about middle stump. Not too much bounce in the wicket. The umpire had no hesitation in raising his finger. So 24 for 1. It's the ideal start for DR.REDDY'S. And NMDC must be wondering if they should have been a little more aggressive at the beginning of this game. New batsman for NMDC is Aniket. Fully to Rajat. Rajat is bowling really, really tight here. Don't think he's swayed away from the off stump at all in the 14 deliveries that he's bowled so far today. He's managed to have a lid on the scoring rate, which invariably results in wickets. Bowling again. Bowls it short, digs it in just outside the off stump. Doesn't give the batsman too much room to play with. Outside edge, just beaten the bat there. It's a narrow miss. Aniket hanging there by a thread. Rajat making him dance. Fantastic bowling display this from Rajat. DR.REDDY'S really on top here. Once again, beats him on the drive this time. The keeper also struggling to catch up with that. So 5 dots this over from Rajat, including the wicket of the first ball. Can he bowl a maiden here? It's an achievement, I must tell you, in a T20 format for a bowler to come in, bowl 5 dot balls together. It's worth its weight in gold. Yes, he does manage to beat him again outside the off stump. Aniket have no chance of getting his bat on ball there. Fantastic over this from Rajat. He's just conceded 5 runs off his 3 overs and picked up the wicket. Wow. The batsman making a change. I think he wants to lose his helmet. I think they've decided against it in the end. So the helmet goes back on. 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗃 into the attack now. He beats the batsman outside the off stump with his first. This has been good line length bowling from DR.REDDY'S. Just kept things tight, kept things simple. Asking the NMDC batsmen to take all the risks, make all the decisions, but so far they've come short. Oh, that was close. A tight single, inside half of the bat. The ball almost jamming in between the bat and the ground there. Moving slowly towards the fielder at point who runs in, but can't stop them from completing the single. Once again, outside half of the bat. Misunderstanding at the bowler's end. Oh, poor throw there. A better throw may have had that batsman there. This is great pressure being built by DR.REDDY'S. They're not conceding any easy singles, keeping things tight, and when that happens, invariably you see the batters make a mistake. Driven this time through the cover region, the fielder at cover point does the fielding, keeps it down to a single. 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗃 bowling well, asking his fine leg fielder to move finer. That is a little weird. Somo almost goes back to what you would call a stop back. Appeal there for leg before, but no. Maybe sliding down the leg stump. 𝗬𝗏 is being hit over the mid-wicket region. Not sure if that carried all the way. Yes, it did. The umpire raises his arms to call that a 6. A very good stroke that from Rishi Raj. The first 6 of the innings comes up with that stroke. The end of the 6th over. Score moves on to 32 for 1. Just 5.33 runs the current run rate. DR.REDDY'S will be delighted if they are able to sustain that through the 20 overs, because that will mean that the projected rate will only take them to about 107. Elsewhere, the third test between Australia and India going on. Australia scoring at a healthy run rate now, 313 for 3, at 82 overs being bowled. Travis Head, thorn in India's flesh, 146 of 153. Steve Smith has brought up his century as well, 100 of 186. Steve Smith has had a very lucky day today. Was out leg before, was not given by the umpire's call. This time down the leg side, the keeper can't stop it. We'll wait for the umpire's signal. The umpire calls that a wide. I thought that had flicked the thigh pad on its way, but the umpire not agreeing with me there. Going back to the test match, Steve Smith has scored his first 100, I think, in 2 years, in 20 test matches. Very, very lucky today. Or was also caught behind. The Indians chose not to review that. Coming back to the action here, batsman plays it deftly towards the fielder at point and they run through for a single. That brings Aniket back on strike. Rishi Raj now going at a healthy strike rate, 22 of 20. Aniket, on the other hand, is batting on 1 of 7. Still early into his innings, trying to settle down. This time punched it back to the fielder at short cover. No single on offer. Beautiful conditions these for cricket. Really not a single cloud in the sky. Fantastic outfield as well. It's lush green. The ball just runs along the surface. You get value for your strokes, along with a beautiful surface as well. Good consistent bounce of the pitch. The bowler bends his back, gets the reward like we saw Rajat getting earlier in the day. Slow ball this time, once again driven back to the fielder at short cover. No runs added. Oh, in the meantime, it's 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗃 who's coming to the bowling attack. 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗃 bowling right arm over the wicket. Finally a break for Rajat, who had bowled 3 overs on the trot from this end. Once again towards the fielder at short cover, but this time just slightly in the gap towards his left. He managed to run through for a single. This is good cricket. NMDC will just be in the hunt for a quick partnership here. They'll want to get things moving along, but there's no better way of doing that than to put a partnership together. 20-25 runs together and the batsmen feel a lot more confident. Prabhas Kiran that time boycotting his run-up. This time flared it over the offside. think that's comfortably gone to the boundary rope. Nice stroke that from the batter. Knew that there was no risk there with only 2 fielders on the off side covering that region. There's no fielder at deep third man, so that makes it a safe trot. Advances this time, picks the bones of that one. Beautiful hit. The fielder at square cover runs across, manages to stop that from going across the boundary rope. Great cricket this from both sides. The score moves on to 42. So exactly 6 runs and over at the end of 7 overs. 42 for 1. Is that Rajat back into the bowling attack? Does look like him. It's 𝗬𝗶𝗃𝗃 into the attack now, so he's continuing his spell. Gone for 8 of the first over. Short ball outside the off stump, played back towards the fielder at deep point. Just get a single. Meantime, quick update. Bumrah finally managed to break through. He's got Smith edged at first flip. Oh, that was an opportunity there. Short cover. Ball almost carried to him. We'll take another look at that. Judging from the reaction on the field, looks like it did carry. Yeah, it did carry. It's just a little late getting under that one. So 𝗬𝗶𝗃𝗃, unlucky there, creating that chance. But unfortunately for him, the fielder not managing to hold on. Cramping him for room, 𝗬𝗶𝗃 that time. It was good, smart bowling. He kept it outside the off stump last couple of deliveries. So the batsman premeditating the same line, trying to create room for himself. But 𝗬𝗶𝗃, recognizing that, just got that ball to go within the batsman's body. So Aniket continues to struggle, 3 of 12. This time Aniket advances, tries to hit it past the fielder at short cover. Goes to him on the bounce, no runs added. So Aniket really struggling now, batting on 3 of 13. It just feels like there's something going to happen now, the way that the game is poised, because Aniket is looking like he wants to take the attack to the bowlers, but 𝗬𝗶𝗃 not giving anything away. Once again, crammed him for room. The ball hit him rather than he hitting the ball. They just managed to run through for a single. The end of 8 overs, the score remains at 45 for 1. 5.63 runs and over. Projected rate will take them to 113. Kiran starting his second over. The fielding restrictions are obviously off now since we are 8 overs into the game. So back to long off. They run through for a comfortable single. The field right now, deep mid wicket, long on, long off, a deep cover. Not sure who the fifth fielder is. Maybe there's a deep third man. 4 fielders inside the circle. Fine leg, square leg, covers and point. Slow one that time. The fielder at cover runs across but just can't get under it. Maybe he needed to be a couple of feet taller. Just evaded the fielder there. Good piece of bowling this from Kiran. Beat the batsman, all ends up. Unfortunate for him, he didn't get the result that he was looking for. Drilled it once again towards the fielder at cover who does the fielding. No runs conceded. This is really good work in the field from Dr. Reddy's. Keeping things tight, not conceding any easy singles or boundaries. Making NMDC work really hard for their runs. 47 now, 47 for 1, 8.3 overs bowled. This is brilliant work from the wicketkeeper as well, standing up to the stumps. It's just crept there. Very smart piece of cricket there from the wicketkeeper. Notice last over the batsman wanted to advance. Aniket especially was charging him. To stop that from happening, the keeper has gone up to the stumps, making sure that Aniket stays inside his crease and finds another way to score his runs. Oh, that is inside half of the bat towards the fielder at long off. Almost a return catch to the bowler. Once again, a reminder, we welcome you to this league match between Dr. Reddy's and NMDC. MVL Pure Cricket Edition 2. Pitches being brought to you courtesy Team MVL. Short ball on the leg side this time. There's no fielder there. Comfortable boundary. That's exactly the kind of release ball that NMDC were hoping for. Short, slow, outside the leg stump, and the batsman taking full toll. The 50 comes up with that stroke for Team NMDC. The 50 finally up in the 9th over. 9 overs bowled, the score is 52 for 1. Just a tad bit under 6 runs an over. 𝗀𝗵𝗃𝗃, the next bowler coming into the attack. 80 matches for the 65 wickets. Best bowling of 4 for 15. Interesting field this for a spinner, because I'm seeing a deep fine leg. That is not very usual for a spin bowler, unless he's going to bowl pace. The way he's tossing the ball seems to me like he's a spinner, but we'll find out. Yeah, okay. So the field on offer is a deep mid wicket, a deep long on, a deep long off, deep cover, and a deep third man. Starts off with a full toss, a juicy full toss outside the off stump. The fielder runs across, did his best to get a foot down, could not stop that from going across the boundary rope. So welcome to the bowling effort today with a boundary. 𝗀𝗵 has not had a very shubh start to his bowling effort. On the other hand, NMDC will feel that it's completely shubh for us that 𝗀𝗵 keeps bowling. a few of those full tosses. Slightly aggressive this actually from the bowling team. They have 5 fielders inside the circle now. They only need to get 4 in, but they're choosing to have 5 fielders inside the circle. So again, try to drill that. Beautiful fielding from the fielder at cover. Oh my God, a run out opportunity goes begging. Shubham just needed to collect the ball there to inflict a run out. Fantastic work from the fielder at covers. Let's take another look at that after this ball. An appeal for leg before. The bowling team seems confident, but the umpire says no. I think that was pitching outside the leg stump. Let's take a look at that run out chance. Beautifully stopped there by the fielder, threw it back, and the batsman had no chance of making his ground if the bowler had managed to collect that throw. Fired it in this time on the stumps. Shubham is getting out of the way of that throw because that was absolutely fired in from the fielder. The same fielder, the ball seems to be following him today at covers. Gets across, tries to hit that over mid-wicket. Not a great connection, but I think he's made enough contact to take the ball over the boundary rope. So very, very good over this for NMDC. They've got 2 boundaries. The score has moved on to 61 now. Only the second time in the innings that they've managed to break the 6 run per over threshold. 61 for 1 at the end of 9.5 overs. Last ball of the over coming up. What does Shubham have in store? Okay, slight change in field. Short third man moves towards short fine leg. Some protection for the bat ball on the leg stump. Bowls it full. Batsman not able to get under that. The end of the 10th over, the score remains at 61. 61 for 1. A very middling score this for NMDC. Not sure if they'll be happy with that. They'll obviously be happy that they've just lost 1 wicket, but at the same time, they don't have too many runs to go with that. So with that, drinks coming onto the field. We'll catch up with you again in 5 minutes. Welcome back. We're in the 11th over of the game between DR.REDDY'S and NMDC. NMDC winning the toss, choosing to bat first. They finally managed to get some impetus into their scoring rate. A boundary there. Score has moved on to 67, I think. 67 of 10.3. Aniket still trying to catch up on his scoring rate, 16 of 24. Rishi Raj on the other end, striking it really well, 39 of 29. Keeps it slow, pulls it outside the off stump. The batsman just had enough time to get behind that and cut it in the gap between point and cover. I think they've run through for a couple of runs there. So again, an appeal of a leg before, but that was pitching way outside the leg stump. Inside half of the bat that time. He'll run through for a single again. For that time, 74 for 1 of 11.2 overs. Launched it over the fielder towards long on, and the fielder takes a good catch. That's 𝗬𝗏, who runs in from long on, takes it safely. And Aniket's innings comes to an end. अनिकेत ही आउट हुआ.
हाँ नहीं पता.
म्यूट हो या नहीं मालूम नहीं पता. Played that deftly towards the fielder at short third man, and they run through for a single. So Shubham have finally picked up a wicket. Some Shubh news for him. 75 for 2. Last ball of the 12th over coming up now. Oh, sorry. 2 more balls to go. Once again, try to hit that over long on. The fielder runs across and takes it again. What a good, comfortable catch for Vaibhav. He can do nothing wrong. And it's all Shubh news for Shubham, who picks up his second wicket in the over. The most important news there is that it is Rishi Raj, the well-set batter, batting on 40 of 30. It's now been dismissed. Fantastic result this for the bowling team. 2 quick wickets that over. 75 for 3. Raju seems like the next batter in. 384 runs so far for him. So still early in his batting career. He'll be facing Shubham, who must be feeling on top of Mount Everest, having picked up 2 wickets in a second over. 15 runs conceded so far of his 11 balls, but more importantly for the bowling team, 2 crucial wickets. NMDC 75 for 3. Last ball of the 12th. Beautifully bowled and well played by Raju as well. Had the presence of mind to just get his bat down in time. The end of the over. Successful one for the bowling team. 75 for 3. Keeper there just making a slight modification to the field, asking his cover fielder to move straighter. Beautifully bowled this. Arif is giving it enough flight in the air, letting the ball do all its magic and asking the batsman to take a decision on what he wants to do, giving him time to think about it, which is always the art of a spinner. Force the batter to take a decision on whether to go forward or to go back. This time, outside half of the bat, but that's enough to beat the fielder at short third man. For a wonderful boundary for NMDC 11. Score moves them past 79. Beautifully bowled again from Arif, keeping the batsman guessing. Fired in this time on a length. Batsman could just move back and defend it back to the bowler. Tries to go big, inside half of the pad. The fielder does the fielding and sends it back to the bowler. No harm done. Almost a chance at the non-striker's end, but the non-striker alert enough to come back when he saw that the fielder had charged in. Last ball of the over coming up. It's been a very good over from Arif. Just one boundary, and now put the monkers on it. It's bowled a wide. Been very few of those today. It's been a good bowling effort from DR.REDDY'S, keeping things tight. The end of the over, finally. So 80 for 3, just 5 runs conceded that over. Once again, Shubham into the attack. Batsman tries to hit that, I think, towards mid-wicket. Just got the inside of the bat. Managed to get that to long on. Oh, fire it into the stumps this time. They run through for a single towards short third man. Once again, just the inside half of the bat. And Webb out of the fielding at long on keeps it down to a single. Hit that towards mid-wicket. The fielder at mid-wicket does the fielding, keeps it down to a single again. Did that go off the bat? No, it didn't. Well played this time from the batter. Swept it finely towards fine leg. Just get through for a single. The end of the over from Shubham. Score moves to 85 at the end of 14. Slight hold up in play. Looks like the batsman is asking for a helmet. As the fast bowler has come back into the attack. 85 for 3. NMDC winning the toss, choosing to bat. Their first league match of this tournament. Kind of in between score, 85 for 3. It's always said in cricket, you don't judge a score till both teams have played. But there was a game earlier on today on the same ground, on the same surface. The team batting first had scored 167 there, and they went on to lose the game. So just judging by that, I would say that the score right now feels a tad bit under par. Beautifully bowled, well kept as well by the wicketkeeper, standing up to the stumps. Did a good job with that collection. Change in field. Point goes back towards the boundary, and fine leg comes into the circle. Just like you would postcard it, ball hit towards the fielder at deep point. Could not stop that from going through. The bowler will be disappointed with that because that should have been stopped. That was maybe a little bit too quick for the fielder. So good result this for NMDC. 89 for 3. Outside half of the bat, flew towards the fielder at short third man, but just on the bounce. No chance of taking that. 90s now. So 90 for 3 and 14.3. Mukul still looking for his first wicket today. It's into his third over. Punch that towards the fielder at cover. They run through for a single. Once again, well bowled outside the off stump. In between length, the batsman can't decide whether to go forward or back. Chose to stay back that time, tried to cut it. That was too full for a cut, missed it. Once again, beautifully bowled. Kept it full outside the off stump. The keeper does the collection, brings the stumps down. No runs added to the score. Kiran has come back into the bowling attack. He's bowled his 2 overs for 17 runs. Just delightful wicket keeping as well. See, he's collecting the ball. Feels like butter. Ball just gliding into his gloves there. Great work from our wicketkeeper. Slow one this time. Beat him all ends up. Lost his off stump. Tried to hit that across the line. That ends the Raj of Raju for the day. And 𝘃𝗏𝗃𝗲 picks up his first wicket. The score moves to 92 for 4. Exactly 6 runs and over now, but they've lost 4 wickets. Biswajit, the new batter out there. Right-hander again, so we've only seen right-handers today from NMDC. 𝘃𝗏𝗃𝗲. His tail on top, having picked up that wicket off a slower ball. Beautifully bowled, deceived him in the air. Batsman lost his off stump. Once again, well bowled. Biswajit just gets his bat down in time. Wide that time. Once again, well collected by the wicketkeeper. A long way outside the off stump. Once again, well bowled. Keeps it full, keeps it slow on the stumps. Biswajit can only defend it back to the bowler. 93 for 4. An appeal there for run out. The umpire seems comfortable that that isn't out. Last ball of the over coming up. 94 for 4. Outside half of the bat that time. Ball is racing towards the third man boundary and it gets there comfortably. So very good result for NMDC. 98 for 4 at the end of 16 overs. Elsewhere in the third test between Australia and India. India bowled really well in the first session. And Travis Head took them to the sword in the second session. The third session right now seems to be at a stage where both teams are not really sure what they want to do. India's managed to pick up 3 quick wickets. But Australia now, I think, will be looking to declare shortly. so that they can have a crack at the Indian batting lineup later today. Coming back to the action here on the field, 98 for 4, 16 overs bowled. 𝗵𝗺𝗃𝗲 batting on 1 of 3, and he will be facing, I think, Mukul, who's bowling his last over. Moves away, tries to hit it across the line, inside half of the bat. They just get a single towards the fielder at deep mid-wicket. And the keeper not able to stop that one, but I think that was really difficult. The bowler is bowling in at some pace. The keeper standing up, not easy to get across and stop those. I think he did get some glove on it. So 2 runs added in the form of wides, 101 for 4. Wide on the offside this time. Mukul not happy with that call. Talking to the umpire says no. The line belongs to the umpire when it comes to a wide. This is what sometimes pressure can do to you. He's not had a very good outing today with the ball, Mukul. He's conceded 28 runs of his 3 overs. So that's way over the run rate that the overall team has scored. This time he's managed to hit it full and straight, back past the bowler's head. 6 beautiful runs from 𝗵𝗺𝗃𝗲. 108 with that 6. Very, very important time of the innings this for both teams. NMDC will want to get 3 or 4 big overs here so that they can get over the 140, 150 mark. 𝗿𝗏𝗏𝗏s, on the other hand, have done really well to keep things tight so far in this innings. We want to make sure that they're able to keep things tight as this game comes to a close, or rather this innings comes to a close. Flicked it on the leg side. The fielder can't get his arms around that. Fielder at deep mid-wicket comes in, throws that back to the wicket-keeper, keeps it down to a single. Beautifully fielded at covers. No run there. So this has been a good comeback from Mukul after having gone for 6 earlier on in the over. He's gone for 36 runs in his 3.5 overs so far. And the batsman has managed to break his bat there. A lot of movement there from 𝗵𝗺𝗃𝗲, trying to throw the bowler off his line, but the bowler holding on to his own. firing it into the stumps, ends the over with a dot ball. The end of 17 overs, the score moves on to 110, just about 6.5 runs and over. Is that going to be enough? Not sure at the moment. Does feel like a score that's a tad bit under power, maybe 20 runs short of where they ought to be at this time. But nevertheless, the last 3 overs of the innings is going to come up now. Seems like it's going to be 𝗬𝗏 with the ball. So 𝗬𝗏 and Rajat will most likely finish. 𝗬𝗏 having 2 overs and Rajat having 1 over left. Back again with live pitches. 𝗬𝗏 starts off with a wide down the leg side. $111 for 4. Nelson is on the board. Inside half of the bat that time. Fielder at square leg can't stop them from running a single. 𝗬𝗏 has bowled well today. He's kept things tight. There's 13 runs conceded of the 13 that he's bowled so far. Bowls it full on the stumps. And once again, the batsman just run through for a single, dab towards covers. Outside edge, advances down the wicket, but got enough bat on it. Off stump goes reeling back. The batsman walks back with his head in shame. What am I watching? I first thought that had hit the bat, but no, it didn't. Just got the stumps. So 5 wickets down now. Jayaprakash dismissed, bowled to 𝗬𝗏. 113 for 5. Tapan Das, the new batter. appeal for leg before, or caught behind rather. Not sure what happened there. Take another look at it. Yeah, appeal for caught behind. The umpire not raising his finger, maybe got some thigh pad on its way because there was no wide call there. This time a wide called. Beat him outside the off stump this time. Good pace from 𝗬𝗏 late in the innings. Testament to the efficacy of this pitch as well. Managed to get some good bounce throughout. An outside edge that time. The keeper not able to hold on to that. He had his glove in the right place. But that just popped out of his glove at the last second. We'll take a look at that on the replay. Big nick, straight into the gloves and out. It was a simple take that for the wicketkeeper. You can see he's disgusted with himself. That happens in the game of cricket sometimes. Nothing is easy. You can take nothing for granted. Interesting this. I thought it would be Rajat who would be bowling this over. Is it Rajat? Yes, it is. Rajat with the 000, the maiden wicket that he bowled earlier on in the innings was an outstanding over. Inside half of the bat, fielder at square leg does the fielding, but he can't stop a single. Once again, inside half of the bat, fielder at mid wicket can't collect. That was a run-out opportunity if he had picked that up on one go. But it's that stage in the innings where NMDC are also showing desperation. They need to run for everything so that they can stack some runs on. 116 for 5 of 18.2. Just 10 balls left in the innings. Drilled this time down towards long off. Fielder advances, keeps it down to a single. It's really, really good cricket from Dr. Reddy's. They've kept things tight. They've kept things simple. They've not tried to outdo themselves in any department. Got to see some good bowling. Short ball this time. Hit him near the groin area. No runs conceded. Good to see that. Camaraderie between the teams. The bowler just checking on the batter if he was doing okay. The batsman raised his arm up and said, yes, I'm fine. It's what you want to see in the game of cricket at the end of the day. Two teams playing hard cricket but fair cricket and playing it in the right spirit. Last 2 balls of the over. Hit that towards mid wicket. The fielder makes a mess of that. That was a catching opportunity, no doubt. Just went awkwardly towards the ball there. Never looked in control. And in the end, ended up dropping a straightforward catch. Don't even think he got his arms on it. Yeah, he never touched the ball there. Same fielder again. Rajat bowling his last over. 𝗬𝗶𝗃𝗃 coming back to finish the innings. Last 5 balls of the innings coming up. Swing and a miss. The keeper there collecting that and pondering, why did I miss out on the earlier one? Just happens with the game of cricket sometimes. Nobody ever wants to drop a catch. Drill this towards covers. Very smart cricket this from 𝗪𝗏𝗃𝗧. They're not trying too hard. You can see that. Just as I say that, there's an overthrow, an unnecessary one. Beautifully kept by the keeper that time. It's never easy when the ball is trailing back in. Managed to beat 𝗵𝗺𝗃𝗃 through the block hole and stop that ball. So 121 the score. The last 2 balls of the innings coming up. 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗃 has just gone for just 18 runs so far of his 22 balls. Inside out of the bat towards mid-wicket. Just a single. Once again, not very smart fielding that. I'm not sure he needs to fire that in, considering that it's just the last ball of the innings coming up. Could easily have gone for some overthrows. That's the end of the innings. NMDC have managed to put on 123 runs in the 20 overs. That scored 61 of the first 10 and 62 of the second. It's a great bowling effort from 𝗪𝗏𝗃𝗧. They'll be happy with this, I'm sure, because this is a long way under the par score of 179. You can see a high five on the pitch there on the field. 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗃 being congratulated by his fielders for a good bowling spell. 4 overs bowled for 20 runs. Rajat, 4 overs for his 9 runs. Both of them have picked up 1 wicket each. Star to show for them was 𝗀𝗏𝗃𝗃, who picked up 2 wickets in his 3 overs bowled. 2 wickets for 20. 𝗀𝗏𝗃𝗃 chipped in as well with a wicket. 3 overs, 23 for 1. Mukul, the only expensive bowler for them today, 4 overs bowled for 36. And at the end of the first innings, NMDC 123 for 5 at the end of 20. Must say we'll have an interesting second half in about 10 minutes time, but my money is on 𝗪𝗏𝗃𝗧's chasing the score. Does that turn out to be true or not? We'll find out in a little while. See you back shortly. Welcome back. The second innings just about to get underway. Dr. Reddy is chasing a score of 124 to win this game. Starts off with a quick single towards mid-wicket. Satish Kumar, PSK, off strike, 1 run off his first 2 balls. Wide, called by the umpire. Very sedate start to this innings. Batsman not looking aggressive at all. It's 2 runs scored of the first 3 balls. Just as I say that, that's a wide down the leg side. Keeper does decently to stop that from going through. Well bowled. Beat the inside edge. Fielders with hands on their heads. Raju with the ball in hand, bowling to Hemant. Short of length outside the off stump. Batsman descends it back towards short cover. They decide not to take the single there. In spite of the 2 wides in this over, it's been a good start for the bowling team. Just 3 runs conceded of the first 5 balls. Short ball again, which is respectfully sent back to the bowler. The end of the first over, the score remains at 3 for the loss of no wickets. Hemant not opening his account there. Played 4 balls that over. Second over just about to get underway. Right arm over the wicket. Starts off with a slowish ball on the stumps. The ball held into the stumps, into the pitch a little bit. Batsman was through his shot way too early. Almost carried back on the full to the bowler. Very, very lucky the batter to survive that. This time outside the off stump. Played it towards the fielder at extra cover and run through for a single. Once again, beautiful day for cricket this. Just the right weather, not too hot, gentle breeze blowing across the field. Just the right amount of chill. That's a very chill stroke as well from the batter. He's using the pace of the bowler, nudging it in the gap between square leg and mid-wicket for a boundary. The first boundary of the innings for DR.REDDY'S takes them to the 8-run mark. That shot, I think, is bringing about a change in field. Long gone, is deep out on the boundary. Looks like the keeper is going to stand up to the stumps, requested for a helmet. The two fielders who are standing out are 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗏 and, in fact, Deep Point. Deep Point and Deep Long On are the two fielders outside the circle. Field inside the circle is pretty much a ring field. You have square leg, mid wicket, mid off, cover, extra cover, point, and a short third man. Okay, so with the keeper wearing his helmet, just about to get underway. Cross the line, hit it towards mid wicket on the bounce to the fielder, who stops that from going through. No runs added. This time he hit it over the fielder at mid off. Wonderful hit that. Straight past, back the bowler for 6 runs. So good aggressive batting this. Intent early on in the innings. This is what was missing in the first half when we saw the team NMDC bat. And not able to transfer any pressure back onto the bowlers. But good to see this from DR.REDDY'S. Hemant shuffling in his crease there, nudging that in the gap towards mid-wicket. Run through for a single. Score has moved on to 14 for none. I was right, I think, the first time round. I think that's the end of the over. So we move to 15. 15 for none at the end of 2 overs. Satish batting on 2 of 4 and Hemant batting on 11 of 8. Satish will face Raju from the highway end. Defended back to the bowler. Just need some sensible cricket, DR.REDDY'S, to win this game, because they're not chasing a mountain of runs. They just need 124 to secure a win today. A runner ball will get them across the target. Wonderfully cut. Pick the gap with perfection between point and short third man. So Satish getting into the act as well now, getting his first boundary. This time hit it straight back past the bowler. A call there for 2, but the non-striker is fighting against it. So they're happy to settle for 1. Makes sense, they don't need to take any risks. 20 runs, the score has moved to 20 of 2.3. Hemant batting on 16 of 11 now. Once again, just guided that one to the right of the fielder at point. I think that's 𝗵𝗺𝗃𝗲 there at point. Run through for a single. Satish batting on 2 of 4. Hemant batting on 15. 16 of 11. Full outside the off stump. The batsman lets that one go. The keeper fumbles that one, but no harm done to the scoreboard. What a good hit that is. Got under the ball, hit it over square leg and mid wicket for a well-controlled boundary. Very good stroke that from Satish, getting his first boundary of the innings. $25 for none at the end of 3 overs. Oh, that boundary also went to Hemant. So Satish is still looking for his first boundary. 20 of 13 and Satish batting on 3 of 5. It's like there's a change in bowling. In good pace that time, beating the batsman outside the off stump. 𝗏𝗏𝗃 into the attack, bowling right arm over the wicket. Once again, not sure if there was some bat on that. The bowler did throw his hands down in disgust. We'll wait for the umpire's signal. No, the umpire calls it a bye. So no bat on it. Bonus run nevertheless for the batting team. Keeper should have stopped that. That was straightforward. Being a wicket keeper myself, I can tell you that it's never easy keeping. The ball tends to do some strange things when it comes close to your gloves. You may imagine that it will land in comfortably, but just at the last moment there's a slight deviation. It's very difficult to pick on the camera. Once again, this is poor though from the wicket keeper. Should have gotten down in time there. 4 byes added to the score. Bonus runs to the batting team. As a bowler, you feel so let down. You've bowled your heart out. You've beaten the batsman there for pace outside the off stump. You're not supported in the field. Keeper, I'm sure, will be the first one to raise his hand up in an apology. They need to do better here, NMDC, if they have to have any chance of getting back into this game. And defended back to the bowler, deciding not to take a run there. Score has moved to 30 of 3.4. This time played it simply back towards the fielder at cover. He'll run through for a comfortable single. Wide outside the off stump that time. There's too many extras early on in the innings from NMDC, making things easy for DR.REDDY'S. When you have a low score on the board, what you want to do is you want to keep things tight. Unfortunately for them, it's not how things have turned out. Beaten again for pace. The ball was through the batter before he got his bat down. So good over comes to an end. There's 2 runs conceded there. 2 genuine runs conceded apart from the bice that over, with 32 for none at the end of 4 overs. 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗃, the new bowler, a lot of experience behind him, 391 matches for his 312 wickets. Any bowler who's picked up over 300 wickets must be a good one. It's not easy to pick 300 wickets in any format and at any level of the game. It's a testament also to his fitness. So he's managed to put in those many overs behind him. So 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗃 bowling right arm over the wicket. Hits it straight towards cover. They decide not to take a single. Cut this time towards the fielder at point. 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗃 gets down in time, stops that from going through. So 2 dot balls back to back. This is exactly the kind of pressure that they would want to build, Team NMDC. Once again, similar shot, similar outcome. 3 dot balls now. Outside edge. The fielder at short third man, can't stop a single. Finally, some good reward for NMDC for the bowling. Managed to keep things a little bit tight this over. Just 2 runs conceded of the first 5 balls. The final ball is played swiftly towards the fielder at mid-wicket and they run through for a single. The end of 5 overs. The score moves to 35 for the loss of no wickets. Satish needs to get a little bit of move on now. 4 runs of his 12 balls. Hemant on the other end is batting comfortably. 23 of his 18. 3 4s and a 6 in his knock already. 𝗃𝗏𝗃𝗃, I think, is bowling his second over from the highway end, right arm over the wicket. He's bowling to Satish, who's batting on 4 of 12. Advances down the wicket, tries to hit that big. No timing on that. Outside half of the bat, and the ball just races through the fence for 4 runs. I think 𝗬𝗏𝗃𝗃 lost that ball in the air when it went up. That may have been a catching opportunity, but he was just not able to identify or understand where that ball was. In the end, moved inside, and he should have been moving backwards and conceded 4 runs there. So half a chance. And Satish Hemant again getting another boundary. was on a length on the leg stump. Just needed to get some bat on that, and that would have gone for 4. But no timing, so no runs. $39 for none, 5.1 overs bowled, almost going at 8 runs and over. 5.2 rather. Oh my god, that was full toss on the leg stump. Somehow the batsman managed a top edge on that. That had 4 written on it all along. But sometimes bad balls can get you wickets. That's exactly what was going to happen there, but the fielder at mid-wicket decided not to charge. The ball just bounced into his arms. A single for Hemant. Short ball on the off stump. Once again, 𝗬ście makes a meal of that. Batsman managed to run back and finish 2 runs. Another dot ball to finish the over. The score moves to 42 at the end of 6. 7 runs and over at the moment. We need 82 runs and 84 balls to win this game. DR.REDDY'S looks set. Playing risk-free cricket. Players just get a quick drink. 𝗀𝗶𝘃𝗃 comes back to bowl his second over, to send for 3 runs of his first. Right arm over the wicket, 𝗀𝗃𝗃. Starts off with a length ball outside the off stump. That's played to covers, and the batsman run through for a single. Once again, defended, but this time the non-striker sends him back. Nudged beautifully towards the gap on the leg side. They run through for the second run. Fantastic cricket this from the batting team. 0 risk cricket and 2 of the most beautiful runs that you would see. It's a strange field actually from NMDC. They have no fielders whatsoever on the leg side, which means anything that comes in on the stumps is going to go for runs for sure. At least a 2 and a better hit will go for 2 or 4. A huge gap from mid-wicket to fine leg. What this means is the bowler is forced to just keep bowling outside the off stump, and any misdirection will be punished. Outside the off stump that time, slight fumble from the fielder. That's enough for the non-striker to run through for a single. Run really well between the wickets, both of these batters. They've been on the same wavelength throughout. Been alert to any opportunities to take runs. That's always a good sign for a batting team. 46 for none, last ball of the over coming up. Once again, played it deftly towards the fielder at cover point. They run through for a single. At the end of the 7th over, the score stays at 47 for none. A reminder for those watching, the first game today. DR.REDDY'S versus NMDC. NMDC won the toss, chose to bat first. Only able to put on a score of 124 on the board. 125 the target for DR.REDDY'S, who've come out and looked really good so far. 47 for none at the end of their 7 overs. So it's good bowling now. Very good running between the wickets one more time. It's good understanding from both batters. Loopy bowling this from Aniket, giving the ball enough flight, asking the batsmen to make all the decisions themselves. The field he has for protection is deep cover, deep long off, deep long on, deep mid wicket, and deep square. That one is played back in the air, just past the bowler for a single. Wide call down the leg side. It's comfortably wide. Hemant batting on 31 of 25. He's facing Aniket. Tries to go big, gets the outside half of the bat, and the fielder at short third man makes a meal of a straightforward catching opportunity. Oh my God, that should have been taken 99 times out of 100, and maybe the 100th time as well with your eyes closed. Looks like that's Biswajit. You've just lost the world, my dear friend. There's also Hemant, the batter who's been getting all the runs. So NMDC not doing themselves any favors, dropping a simple catch. Score moves to 52, so the 50 comes up for DR.REDDY'S, 50 up. The score moves on to 52 at the end of 8 overs. 72 now needed of 72 balls to win this game. Sajid walking in, looks like he's going to have the ball in hand now. Very good tight over that from Aniket. Generated the catching opportunity as well. Should have been a wicket for his team. It should have, would have, doesn't win you games in the game of cricket. But anyway, coming back now. Right arm over the wicket, flighted, full toss on the leg stump. Batsman not able to take full toll of it. The fielder on the boundary rope makes a meal of another straightforward fielding opportunity and concedes 4 runs. It was a straightforward fielding opportunity there. Just misreading the bounce and conceding 4 runs. Once again, another full toss on the leg stump. Another one that's hit in the air. This time the fielder does well to stop that one from going through. Find some energy in the fielding effort. Satish is on strike again, 32 of 26. Sorry, Hemant, 32 of 26. Once again, flighted outside the off stump, full in the air. But this time the batsman got under it and hit it way over deep mid wicket for a huge 6. What a fantastic stroke that was. The second 6 of the innings coming out of Hemant's bat. The score has moved to 63 with that stroke. 𝗬liche is coming in, bowling a few floaters. Think he's trying to get the batsman to miss-hit those. But right now, Hemant looking in good touch. Fired that one in. Played back towards mid-wicket, no run there. Again, shot down the leg side. He's hit it comfortably past the fielder at square leg for a boundary. What a good shot that was again from Hemant. Took his time, just held the ball on its way. And 4 of the most easy runs that he'll score all day. With that, the score moves to 67. And Hemant is now in the 40s, batting on 42 of 29. Interestingly, the jersey number is 0 for Hemant. Once again, a big hit between the gap at long on and mid-wicket. The umpire just checks whether it's carried over the rope or not. The fielder says it bounced. The umpire signals a boundary. What a good stroke that was once again from Hemant. The team score moves to 71 and Hemant is now batting on 46.
Four.
Just inside the boundary rope. You can see the pictures being brought to you by team MVL. Remind you, this is the MVL Pure Corporate Championship Edition 2. NMDC 11 facing DR.REDDY'S. NMDC scored 124, 123, 124 is the target for DR.REDDY'S. And DR.REDDY'S have come out all guns blazing. 71 already scored of 9 overs, going at almost 8 runs an over without losing a wicket so far. Hemant batting on 46 of 30 at a strike rate of over 150. Satish giving him good company, 16 of 24, just about 67 per 100 his strike rate. हेलो हाँ बेटा बोल बेटा हाँ बेटा मैं यहाँ ग्राउंड पर हूँ बेटा After that little break, we are back with the action. 71 for Nand the score. Aniket looks like have the ball in hand. He's bowling to Satish. Hit that in the gap between long off and covers. Will they run the second? No, they decide against it, and wisely so. That was a good throw from the fielder in the deep, getting the ball back on the full to the bowler. Defended towards the fielder at cover. Oh my God, that's gone big, but the fielder is running there. Deep mid wicket, takes a good catch. What a good wicket that is. Aniket, who's created a chance earlier last over as well. That time Biswajit had let him down, but this time the fielder at deep mid wicket ran around, settled himself under the ball, and took a comfortable catch. And what's more, it looks like it's the well-fed Hemant who's been dismissed. Gone for 46 of 32 balls, a good knock. Just 4 runs short of what would have been a magnificent half century. But that was not to be. The end of the game today for Hemant, and a much needed breakthrough for team NMDC. Pradeep Dhanraj is the new batter. And Aniket, who's impressed with the ball, continues. 2 dot balls to start the inning for Pradeep. The end of the over. The score remains at 72. 72 for the loss of 1 wicket at the end of 10. Satish now, who's batting on 17 of 26, will need to play the senior role. Change of ends. Second innings coming up. Second half of the second innings coming up now. Jayaprakash bowling from the media end. An early call there for 2. Non-striker deciding against it. So earlier on in the innings, when Satish and Hemant were batting together, they were able to convert the ones into twos. This time played it towards point. The run through again for a comfortable single. The scoring rate has gone down a little bit last couple of overs since the spinners have come back into the attack. This time tries to hit it big, straight down the wicket. Managed to pick the gap with perfection between long on and long off. Just one bounce into the boundary. The umpire signals for 4. So Satish getting into the act finally. That's his second boundary so far in the innings, 22 of 29. Short ball that's hit past back the fielder at short cover. Rather silly mid-off, I must say. Should have been a straightforward stop. In fact, made no effort to stop that at all. $79 for 1 at the end of the 11th over. 7 runs coming off that last over. Pradeep will face. Not sure who it is for the ball. Maybe Jayaprakash. Change in field. Square leg comes inside the circle. outside half of the bat, gets into the gap between covers and point, and then run through for a single. Inside of the bat again, pad and pad, no runs conceded. Aniket is bowling really well, he's kept things tight. The 7 runs conceded so far. Just as I say that, bowls wide down the leg side. It's almost like they have an earpiece to the commentator, and every time the commentator just appreciates a good bowling effort, the bowler seems to spray a wide. So good piece of bowling that outside the off stump. Stifled appeal for a caught behind, but more in hope than anticipation. '81 for 1, 11.3 bowled. This time cuts it, not enough bat on that. They just get a single towards the fielder at point. Bowler asking the fielder at long off to move further straight. An appeal there for stumping. The umpire says no. Good piece of work that from the glovesman. Was quick in terms of getting the ball back to the stumps, but the batsman never leaving his crease. He's gone for a big one, and he's connected that well enough. That goes sailing over the trees for a fantastic 6 over long on. What a good hit that was. Satish getting into the act now. 1-6 to go with the 2 boundaries that he had scored earlier on in the innings. Wonderful stroke. The 3 sixers so far in this innings already for DR.REDDY'S. The end of the over. Score has moved on to 88. 88 for 1 at the end of 12. DR.REDDY'S just need 36 runs now in 8 overs to win this game. 4.5 and over. Starts off with a wide on the off stump. Hit that straight back past the bowler, but just takes a couple of bounces and goes to the fielder at long off. Raju is back into the attack. Score has moved on to 90 for 1. Slightly short of length on the stumps. Batsman just defends it back to the fielder at short cover. No run added to the score. And hit it well, but timed it too well for his own good there. This goes flat on the bounce to the fielder at long off. He keeps it down to a single. Interestingly played. Fielder at short cover, can't stop that from going through. Just take a single. This time advances down the wicket, hits it in the air, but not a good connection at all. The two fielders converging can't stop the batsman from running a second run there. So miss it, maybe a moral victory for the bowler, but 2 runs to the batter. The score with that stroke has moved on to 94 for 1. It's 12.5. Satish now has scored up on a strike rate, 33 of 37. And he's picked it up. What a good shot that is again, over long on's head. 6 of the most pure runs that you will see in the game of cricket. And the bowler has hit over long on. It's always a delight to watch. That was just brilliantly hit. Muscle, timing, both things working in concurrence there. And with that stroke, the 100 comes up for DR.REDDY'S in the 13th over. 100 for 1 at the end of 13. What a good stroke that was from Satish Kumar, PSK. Now striking at over 100, Satish. 102 his strike rate has moved on to. 39 of 38. Pradeep batting on 4 of 8. Pradeep will now face. Short ball on the leg stump. The batsmen are hustling. They want a second. Runs through. Wonderful running this. Great fitness being displayed by Satish, who's already been there for 38 balls. 38 that he's played rather. But he's showing the hustle and getting the second run through. Good piece of bowling that. Beaten the batsman outside the off stump. No runs added to the score. It's 22 now needed of 41 balls. Hit towards point. He'll run through for a single. That's on the pads. Batsman run through for a leg by. Keeper can't do anything to stop that. For the umpire says no. Beautifully played towards the fielder at covers. Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, eventually no. And no harm done. 14 overs have been bowled, 104 for 1 the score. That last over just went for 4 runs. So very good bowling performance from Jayaprakash comes to an end. 18 runs conceded over 4 overs. Full outside the off stump, the batsman goes for it but no connection. This time he's managed to hit that hard, but straight on the bounce to the fielder at deep cover, who fields it excellently. Fortunately though, bad throw. It results in an extra run to the batting team. So really good work there in the outfield. But in the end, conceded an extra. Goes for the big one again, swipes across the line, no connection. A dot ball. That is hit back past the fielder at short cover and the ball races through. What a fantastic shot that was. There was long off standing back at the boundary rope, just maybe 10 yards away from the ball, but he could not reach the ball that was struck with immense power. So Satish now in full flow, batting on 45 of 43, 3 boundaries and 2 sixes so far in his innings. Once again advances, picks it up. What a shot that is! Fantastic hit! That brings up his 50. A terrific display of batting this from Satish. Kept things simple. He's entertained us all day. The first half of his innings, he was happy to just give Hemant the strike. But as things moved on, he got into his groove. And he's hit a few big ones. That last one was the biggest of them all. Beautifully hit, down the wicket, picking the ball up on its way up. And almost helped it over the boundary rope for a 6. Brilliant batting from Satish Kumar. Once again advances down the pitch, gets the inside half of the bat, and that's enough to get 4 more runs towards fine leg. Terrific display of batting this from Satish. The score has moved on to 116 runs now, 120 of 15 overs, so just 1 hit away from victory. Wow, definitely a change in gears in the batting innings from Satish. Taken the game by the scruff of its neck. You can see the body language of team NMDC is completely down. A few falling shoulders, a few drooping heads. Take nothing away from this brilliant batting performance from Satish and Hemant. Hemant first got 46 quick runs. He got a little lucky, but Satish has had no such luck. He's just batted brilliantly to get all of those runs today. I'm sure they'll be happy with a single because he'll want to finish with a big one. Just 3 runs needed now of 29 balls. Dead ball signaled by the umpire. Batsman wasn't ready when the bowler started charging in. He goes big on the leg side towards the mid-wicket region. Not sure if there's a fielder there. Yes, there is. He manages to stop that. Keeps it down to 2. So just 1 more run needed now for victory. What a brilliant batting performance we've seen from DR.REDDY'S and especially from Satish. Goes over the fielder at covers. And once again, just that single is enough. That brings us to the end of the match. 56-58 high quality run from Satish to end the game. A comprehensive victory for Dr. Reddy's. And gives them a net run rate of 1.85, takes them to the second position on the table. And the man of the match, for his terrific knock is Satish. 58 runs for 47 balls, 4 boundaries and 3 sixes. He's also the best batter for the day. 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 or 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃. I'm sorry, 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 from NMDC is the best performer of the game. An award that we issue out to the team that comes up second in the game. It's Satish Kumar taking his team across the winning line. That brings us to the end of the game and the end of the telecast for the day. Hi Fatish, congratulations on winning the man of the match. But that was a fantastic batting effort, 58 runs. You took your time in the first half of the game. What was your thought?
Yeah, actually earlier it was ball is not coming as we are expecting. So thought to stay until my eyesight will be good. So I took the game till the deep. So it worked out. So that is the momentum which was changed to our end. So earlier I was struggled to connect the ball. So till the end, I felt I know what is my strength. So it was connected. That's great.
Awesome. I mean, I was watching the game from there in the media box, and it was some great strokes that we got to watch, especially the last six that you hit, charging down the pitch. Talk me through that stroke. What was going in your mind when you played that shot?
Yeah, as per my skipper, told me that he just finish up the things as soon as possible. So we tried to close the game as soon as possible because the new person is a little bit difficult to hit such hits. So I took the charge and I closed the game as soon as possible.
I thought it was a fantastic batting innings overall, Satish. Like, I think in the first half of the game, for about 25, 26 balls, you were batting at a strike rate of just about 50. And then from there, for you to accelerate and then end up with scoring, I think, well over 120 per 100 balls. A word on the pitch and the ground. Do you think it's a good surface?
Yeah, it is very good. What I said earlier is we need to check out the strength and we need to respect such a good balls. I took my time and later just thought it is okay to go for now. So I took the game to till the end and it is okay now.
All right, congratulations. Thank you so much for entertaining us and all the best for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you. And one more thing, I would like to dedicate this man of the match to my person whose last match this was. So I would like to dedicate this man of the match to Hemant.
Congratulations, Hemant.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. It was nice catching up with you.
Thank you so much.